Let's go, Tasha. You can do it. Yes. 2, 3. You doing it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Come on, baby. 9. One more. Dig. Hey, good job. Good job. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time of day it is. All right, let me fix my camera. Hi, everybody. Well, this was another tough day. And as you can see from the video, that my little intro video, which was from our workout session this morning, I'm just getting back home. Had a wonderful workout. I didn't have any clips from me working out because Thomas was, I guess he was calling himself punishing me, because guess what, y'all? I missed my workout session on Monday. I most definitely did. I had to cancel because I had a work obligation that was kind of stressing me out. I do hearings for my job, and so I have been in a hearing since Monday, and it ends today. We have closing arguments today. So that was kind of a priority for me. So I cut out on Monday, my first time since I've been going, my workout session. And so what I did is I did work out yesterday, but I was supposed to videotape it so Thomas could see. So essentially, I ended up doing almost the same workout, partially the same workout, because I did arms yesterday, and y'all can see my arms are jelly welly, and they really feel jelly welly because he's really strengthening them, and I can tell where they're getting stronger on top though. But I'm telling you, I am feeling it today, because he made me call on Jesus, and he just kept saying, call on him, because I just kept calling on the Lord. Whoo! But today's message, I wanted to come to you to talk about this motivation, the audacity of motivation and mental toughness, because that's what I am being strengthened by in this. And it's a message not just for GLP users, but this can be a message in any facet of your life. So I wanted to kind of jump into this and see, how this goes for my Audacity series this week. So let's start. Motivation, of course, it's like the fuel that powers our mental toughness, especially for those who are continually right now on the GLP1 medications. These medications, as we know, are commonly used for diabetes, weight management, all these other things that we've been using it for now, sleep apnea, so forth. Okay. So, but they also have been studies that have proven there's some direct correlation or a link to the mood and motivation that we can receive from it. So those are additional benefits. Staying motivated can also reinforce our discipline. I know for me, that has been my case. I'm now really, really motivated to do what I need to do. So I see that transferring over into discipline, and not just discipline in just the exercise component, but I'm noticing that now I'm being more, focused, and just trying to remain kind of emotionally stable about things. Something happened yesterday to a very close person to me, and it hurt me to my heart, and I didn't know how to really address it. And it was going on during the time where I was engaged in my work related stuff, which was a hearing. And so I'm getting texts back and forth, and I'm trying to, comfort this individual, because I know this was kind of a dagger for them that they were experiencing. And the one thing I kept focusing on through what I said to them was, understand, this is not the end. It's not over until it's over. When God says it's over, then we know it's over, right? So for me, I had to encourage this individual that you can pick up and begin again. You can change things around in your life. But one of the key things that I noticed that throughout the day, as we were texting back and forth, and then when I had a lunch break, we spoke for a little bit, and I said, I started seeing her countenance come up, and I couldn't see her physically, but I could hear her through her voice that her countenance changed. Y'all, motivation is extremely powerful. And so because of that, I kept pushing her in the direction of pick yourself up. I know this hurts. I know things, did not go the way that you expected it to go with this process, but pick yourself up and you can begin again. So I feel that that's the discipline that I have, because I am now able to move through this, this mental toughness. And I use motivation to help me kind of dig through and get to where I need to be. A positive mindset is always important, and it makes it easier to navigate the challenges. And guess what? They help us maintain long-term health goals, right? All right. So mental toughness is about pushing through obstacles, staying committed, and adapting to setbacks. That what happened to the individual person in my life, should I say. That was a setback that happened yesterday. It was a huge setback, but through what the motivation that I gave her, and she began to start speaking those things over herself. She began to start saying things like, yeah, I'll be all right. I'll be able to do this. I'm not going to let this take me out. I'm not going to let this take me down. And I heard Steve Harvey this morning. I'm going to quote him, because when I drive back from my gym class in the morning, from my training in the morning, it's 6:00 because we are there at 5. So 6:00, Steve Harvey's morning show comes on, and he's just going on. And I was cracking up because I'd already planned what I was going to say this morning about motivation and mental toughness. And don't you know, God always brings his word to confirm it, because exactly what I was saying was what Steve kind of came out and said. And he basically said, you have to know that. He said he looked back over his life, and if any of you heard him this morning, you can probably say, yeah, I heard that too. He said he looked back over his life, and he looked at the things that he ducked, and he not just ducked, but that God saved him from. And he was like, from personal accidents and to relationships and situations, jobs being canceled, those kind of things. And he said, man, he had to look at it as some of these things that we lose wasn't for us to have anyway. And so that was real huge. I even look at that with our weight loss. I know we say we lose weight, but is it really for us to have the weight in the beginning? Is it really for us to be overweight? So, when I was just listening to Steve, and I said, oh my goodness, I said, Steve, you hit the nail on the head. It wasn't for us anyway to even have. So we have to be cognizant when we know that things are removed from our lives, that it's a possibility that it wasn't supposed to be there. So I do want to, give a shout out to Steve Harvey for just bringing that message full circle for me this morning. When motivation is strong, it strengthens the ability for us to stay focused, and then we can progress through any type of slow or stagnant moments. And your GLP-1 meds, we always say, oh my God, things slow down. I've reached a plateau. I don't know what I'm going to do, but just stay motivated to do what you've been doing, or redirect the things that you know you haven't been doing that you should be doing. And so once you get all of those things in place, that's how we can get back on track. What are some of the distractors to us being motivated? I'll tell you what. Here's one. Self-talk that's negative. Negative self-talk. Stop doubting yourself or focusing on the failures. Instead, progress can, stop focusing on your failures instead of progress, okay? Because progress is what, because when you focus on your failures, that weakens motivation. And I'm sorry, I screwed that up. I had it all in my head to try to say it, but stop doubting yourself. Focus on focusing on your failures instead of your progress will weaken that motivation. And you do not want to weaken your motivation. Unrealistic expectations is another thing. I just started the gym I think I'm on my 4th week now. Do you think that I'm ready to come in here and start, ready to enter a body building contest? Absolutely not. That would be an unrealistic expectation. I haven't even started lifting the bar weights yet because I'm building my body up. I'm building my strength up to try to be able to do something more incredible really soon and to reach higher heights and greater goals. All right. Comparing ourselves to others. Those are motivation distractors. You hear that from a lot of our content creators. They say it all the time. Stop comparing yourselves to other people. Your journey is your journey. I'm sorry, my camera has been crooked for a while and nobody told me. But anyway, but that weakens your journey. Your journey is your journey. And so stop comparing yourself, because what it does is it puts unnecessary pressure on you and you will be discouraged. The lack of support. Being surrounded by people who don't encourage you or understand what your goals are makes it harder. And those are distractors. So I heard Pastor Jamal Bryant, he did a sermon, I think 2 weeks ago, and he was just like, get rid of them. Let them go. Let them go. If they are a distraction to you, I don't care who they are. Let them go. You focus on you and get those other negative things or those lack of supporters out your life. We have a huge community in the GLP1 community. There are plenty of people out here who are going to support you. I thrive on the comments and remarks when I know you all take the time to listen to my videos. I thrive on that. That helps me keep going. And I've heard other content creators say that as well. So we're here for one another. Stress and fatigue is also a distractor if we're not getting rest. And you guys know I say all the time, I struggle with getting my proper rest. I will say, since I have been working out, I sleep way more than what I did before. So I am so appreciative of that. But when life feels overwhelming, motivation usually does take a back seat to exhaustion. So you want to make sure you're getting your rest, because without rest, it's hard for you to motivate yourself. Distractions and procrastination. Now, this baby right here is the one that I can attest to the most. I am such a huge procrastinator. I hate that about myself. And that's one of the areas that I intend to work on, because sometimes I'll just be like, oh, I'll do it later, or whatever. That is a true demon, I'm telling you. And some of the distractions just generally come from things we do every day. We don't even realize it, such as social media. We like to be on here. I know we're YouTubers and we like to watch each other all the time, and we want to just be respectful and honorable to each other. But you got to take a break for yourself. You got to step back and do what you need to do. Other distractions can also easily pull you away and pull your attention away from what your priorities are. So make sure you are identifying the distractors in your life. What's keeping you from eating properly, from exercising, from getting your rest, from helping you overall be motivated to do what you need to do to get to the next level. And inconsistent routines. We have to have structure. I'm noticing that more and more for me. I have to be more structured. We always rely on the fact that, okay, I'm ADD, OCD, whatever. Yeah, we know those things most of us been diagnosed with something. We wouldn't be human if we were, but we got to be able to get off of those crutches and start pushing through, because that's the mental toughness piece, guys. We got to be able to say, I'm not going to just sit here and say, I'm not capable of focusing. I'm not capable of doing this and that. You can do it. You're doing it with taking these medications. You don't forget to take that shot every week. I have not forgotten to take a shot 1 week. So understand, if you know that this is what you need to do, stay consistent. Stay consistent with your routines and what you're doing so that you can reach your long-term goals. And then finally, ignoring your small wins. What? Why? Why would you do that? Why do we do that so often? Kind of takes me back to the whole comparing ourselves to others, because I think that's when we tend to diminish what we've accomplished, is when we look at where other people are. And at that video I showed you of my girl Tasha, who works out with me, and I told you she's been there a year, and she showed me pictures where her before and after, and I'll see if she'll let me show those one day, because that's motivational for me. But looking at Tasha, I'm not where Tasha is. With that exercise that Tasha was doing this morning, I'd have fell and bust my big old head, okay, right on that concrete floor. So I know I couldn't do that. But what did I do? What do you hear me doing in the background? I'm encouraging her. I'm motivating her that she can get through her rounds. She did 3 rounds of those. I only videoed 1. She did 3 rounds of 10. That's not easy to do. I am not there yet. I don't know when I will be there, but I am encouraged that that's what she's able to do. And so I acknowledge that, but I don't diminish what I was able to do today, because Thomas kicked my butt today. Okay. If you could see on camera, I mean, I was lifting and doing a lot of leg exercises today as he's strengthening me to get ready to lift on the bars. So anyway, I just wanted to come in and share this with you this morning and hope that it encourages somebody, because make sure you're doing the positive things to motivate yourself. That's setting realistic goals, tracking your progress, even through what we're doing here. This is journaling and tracking your progress. Some people are not so, I would say disciplined to sit down and write in an actual journal. Some people are. But if journaling your process is through, just giving us a little love through YouTube and saying, hey, this is what happened to me today, or this is what I need help with, that's what we're here for. And we want to work with you and get you to your next level. Understand your plateaus. Understand what caused them, okay? Don't just look at them as, oh, this is the end of the road, because it's not. It's always something you can do. And don't allow them to create frustration in you. Just review everything you've done, talk to those around you in your support circle, and see what you can do differently. Manage your side effects. That's huge. If you're having side effects, that's going to frustrate you as well and make you feel like you don't want to do this any longer. Please manage it. Talk to your doctor. Do what you can. Talk to others who may have experienced the same thing. And then finally, stay engaged with your complete healthcare team. If you have a dietitian, endocrinologist, if you have a weight loss doctor or a primary care doctor, whomever that you're seeing, stay engaged with them. I know I hurt my knee some weeks ago. I go tomorrow, so I'll give you guys an update on Friday, but I go tomorrow to see what's really going on with my knee. And I'm praying that I will be able to, do a little bit more rigorous work if I'm clear that everything is okay with it, but I am still experiencing a lot of pain. So, but I'm staying in touch with my healthcare team, because it's important that they know I'm working out and this is what happened, or I fell and this is what happened, so they need to know all of those things. All right, guys. So until next time, I just want to say to you, motivation and mental toughness, that gets the job done. We must have both. So drive through this thing, push through it. Okay, put a car or a truck or whatever down in the chat to let me know you're driven. You're gonna make this happen. You're gonna drive through this thing. Okay, we're gonna get to our finish line, and we're not gonna all get there together, but we will all get there. Thank you. If you have not liked or subscribed, what are you waiting for? Okay, I'm trying to get to, I want my goal by the end of the month. Can I get to 200 subscribers, please? Let's start small goals, okay? 200 subscribers. I don't have that many. Send this off to your friends. Tell your friends, hey, she has a good word every week. So just please help me out. I appreciate you. Love you guys much. Goodbye. Have a good day.